Most people who want to read people better go looking for the wrong thing. They fixate on the face, the eyes, the nervous twitch. But the detectives, the profilers, the stage mentalists who are genuinely good at this, they're barely looking at your face at all. There's a technique that cold readers use openly. They even have a name for it, and it works because it's built on the same logic Sherlock Holmes actually used. Not the TV version, the real method. And once you understand how it works, you'll also understand why most observe people content gets it completely backwards, and what the one skill is that separates someone who actually reads people from someone who just thinks they do. That last part is going to surprise you, because it has nothing to do with what you see. So let's get into it. So this video is about how to actually observe people the way a trained detective does, not the watered-down self-help version, not the fake TV drama version. We're going to go through the real method, the real mistakes, and a few things that most body language content gets flat out wrong. I've broken this into the pieces that matter most, ordered by how much they'll actually change the way you see people. And I'm saving the most important one for last, because it's the one almost nobody realizes they're missing. Let's start with the room. Most people, when they think about reading someone, think about the face, the micro-expressions, the eye contact, the nervous tick. And look, those things matter, but they're actually one of the weakest signals you can pull from. A reading done inside someone's home reveals far more, from family photographs to bookshelves, than clothing or jewelry ever could. The space a person lives in, works in, or chooses to spend time in is a bigger tell than their face almost every single time. The books on their shelf, the photos they chose to frame, the stuff they didn't bother to put away, that's years of habit and identity on display. Their face is just what they're showing you right now. So when you walk into someone's space, treat it like a crime scene. Don't react. Don't comment. Just absorb. Photographs, books, movies, or even the general state of the place can say a lot about a person. You're not looking for one big clue, you're building a picture from 20 small ones. Now let's talk about the technique itself, because this is where it gets interesting. From careful observations, a skilled reader will make highly probable guesses about the person in front of them. This is sometimes referred to as the Sherlock Holmes technique. Cold readers, the people who do mentalism acts, the ones who seem to know things about strangers, they openly use this label. They call it the Sherlock Holmes technique because that's exactly what it is. Scanning appearance, clothing, jewelry, and small physical signs to infer facts. The overlap between stage mentalism and actual detective work is something almost no observe like a detective video admits. But knowing it exists makes you sharper, because you understand the mechanism. Here's how the technique actually works in practice. Educational level can be inferred from voice and vocabulary. Affluence can be inferred from clothing and jewelry. Particular interests can be inferred from t-shirts, badges, and similar details. You're not guessing randomly. You're reading probability. Each detail narrows the field of who this person is, and the details you stack together are worth far more than any single one on its own. One of the most specific examples of this, and one most people have never actually read, comes straight from Arthur Conan Doyle. In a study in Scarlet, Holmes correctly identifies Watson as a medical man not from anything Watson says, but from the calluses and wear patterns on his hands built up from years of holding a pen and performing surgeries. He didn't ask. He didn't guess. He read the physical evidence that a lifetime of work had left behind. That's the method. Every profession, every habit, every lifestyle leaves marks. Your job is to collect them. And here's the part that separates real observation from amateur observation. Signs that a wedding ring has been removed, like a lighter band of skin on the ring finger, may indicate a recent separation or divorce. Think about that. Most people look for what's there. The ring, the badge, the brand. But the absence of something tells you more than the presence. A tan line where a ring used to sit tells you something happened recently. The gap in the bookshelf tells you what they lent out or threw away. The empty hook by the door tells you someone else used to live there. You're looking for the negative space, not just the object. Now here's something I want to flag because a lot of body language content gets this completely wrong. You've probably heard that you can tell if someone's lying by watching their eyes. That looking up and to the right means they're constructing a story. Looking left means they're remembering. It's everywhere. It's in TV shows. It's in training seminars. It's in half the Read People videos on this platform. These specific patterns have been largely debunked by scientific inquiry. Robust scientific studies have consistently found no reliable correlation between specific eye movements and deception. In 2012, Professor Richard Wiseman of the University of Hertfordshire and Dr. Caroline Watt of the University of Edinburgh published the first formal scientific test of the NLP eye direction claims in the peer-reviewed journal PLOS One, and the results confirmed no relationship between eye direction and lying. So if you've been watching people's eyes to catch a lie, you've been reading noise. I'm telling you this because knowing what doesn't work is just as valuable as knowing what does, and it makes everything else in this video more trustworthy. What actually works is collecting before theorizing. Sherlock-style deductions are a mix of observation, probabilistic inference, and domain knowledge. The actual method is to observe every minute detail without forming a theory yet. The smell, the stains, the cuticles, the creases, the wear patterns. Gather first, interpret second. Most content skips straight to, here's what it means. And that's the exact mistake that makes people bad at this. If you form a theory too early, you start filtering everything through it. You stop seeing what's actually there and start seeing what confirms what you already think. Collect first, interpret after. And then there's the mega loop I mentioned at the start, the one skill that separates real readers from people who just think they're reading people. Here it is. The hardest part of observing humans is not watching. A passive observer will not give the subject their full attention. They'll be on their phone thinking of something else or simply waiting for their turn to speak. But the real skill isn't even focused watching. The real skill is not talking. Staying quiet, letting the other person fill the silence. Resisting the instinct to perform your own insight. That gives you more information than any amount of staring ever will. When you talk, you're broadcasting. When you stay quiet, you're receiving. Most people are so busy thinking about what they're about to say that they miss everything the other person is actually revealing. The best observers in the world are usually the quietest people in the room. So here's where we land. Start with the room, not the face. Use the Sherlock Holmes technique. Scan for clothing, jewelry, wear patterns, and physical signs. But stack the details before you draw any conclusions. Pay attention to what's missing as much as what's there. Don't trust the eye movement stuff. The science doesn't back it up. Collect before you theorize, and then shut up and listen. At the start of this video, you thought observing people was about watching more carefully. By now you know it's actually about slowing down, collecting without judging, and letting silence do the heavy lifting. That's the shift. That's what changes how you read every room you walk into from here. If this was useful, drop a comment. Tell me one thing you're going to start noticing that you weren't before.